Hamashiach, Amen, Amen.
Amen.
You know, many ways I can start this here. When I look at religion in itself, let me just talk to you about that for a moment. Religion in itself. When you define the term religion, you will see that it is a system of belief. I want you to hear that. It is a system of belief. Whether you're a Baptist, a Protestant, whatever it may be. And as I look at religion, I can see right away that religion, watch this here. Religion, the purpose and the function of religion. I want y'all to get this today because I'm going to change your life. Good to see you, Brother Eddie. Everybody sit down. The purpose of religion, it is a system of belief. So, what is the function of religion? What is the function of religion? I'm going to tell you what the function of religion is. The function of religion was never to teach you the Bible. Watch this. He goes, what? What is it? The function of religion was never to teach us the Bible. I'm going to prove that in a few minutes. Never. Why? Because religion is a system of belief. So if you're a Baptist, you believe this. If you're a Protestant, you believe this. But I'm going to prove to you that it was never created to teach you the Bible. So what you mean, Pastor? Well, to prove the point that if religion was given to teach you the Bible, well, if that's the case, soon I open up the Bible and start reading in Genesis, I would discover right away what day to meet on. That's in the Bible. Why did not religion teach us that? Because religion is a system to not teach you the Bible. Now watch this again. If we would have opened our Bible, we're talking about in a religion. Then you've been in church and religion for so many years. Why you didn't know that Sunday was not the Shabbat? Right. Why? Because religion told you it wasn't. Now, if we would have read our Bible, we would have discovered right away in Genesis chapter 7 what was clean and what was unclean. Right? But religion said, doesn't matter. See, religion was not invented to teach us the Bible. So when people fighting over religion, they're not fighting over the Bible. They defending their religion.
Come on, Ellen. All right, that's good.
What's it there? If they would have taught us the Bible, I would have knew right away that in Genesis, that God chose a man by the name of Abraham. Yes. And through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in Genesis, we would have knew who the people was. Yes, sir. Right. But religion didn't teach us that. And then, if I go back to Genesis chapter 2, and if we would have started from Genesis, we would have saw right away Ethiopia. This is the continent of Africa. We would have knew right away, oh, this ain't a European book. But religion didn't teach you that. Religion is dangerous. Because if you look at religion in itself, it spends more time taken away from the book. Am I right, guys? Yes. So you know that religion is not of God. Why? Because we was told by Moshe, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2, don't add, don't take away. Chapter 12, verse 32, we're told plenty of times when Israel was given the book, it would say, don't take away. But religion say, oh, yes, we are. You see? That's what religion do to you. But now that you're coming out of religion, you're taking your book back.
Hallelujah. Praise God. Amen. That's good.
If we pay attention to history, because why? Don't expect the world to solve this conflict. Meaning against religion. They're not. Because the seminaries has been trained for this very day that's happening right before our eyes, the Great Awakening.
Yes, absolutely.
The religion people that destroyed our temple in 70 AD, the religion people that we saw the Romans packing our menorah, yes we did, and took all our stuff to the Vatican. We got to go get our stuff.
All right. Come on now.
I'm trying to educate us. But the only people that's going to get mad today is religion people.
Come on.
They don't want the Bible. They don't want the Bible.
All right.
So when you begin to debate or talk to your family member, remember you're talking to a religion person. They don't want the Bible. You got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind. So the struggle that you and I are going to deal with is religion people. They train them in their seminaries. They call them Christian apologetics. So I just want to just give you who you're dealing with. A religion spirit will put you on a cross.
Yeah.
Are y'all hearing?
Right here.
A religion people, they say, listen, we got to do something about that man from Nazareth. Because if not, Rome going to come take our position.
That's right.
Y'all understand this?
Yeah. Come on.
So if you got a religious spirit in you, deal with it. Deal with it. We got church around here. You got one on book, verse, chapter. We been bamboozled by religion.
Yes, we have.
This is the place where your mind is being renewed.
Hallelujah.
Stay on the spiritual table. Don't get up. Don't get up. Your mind is being renewed here. You in power. It's the word that power you, not religion.
Tell it.
If religion was the answer, what's going on then?
Yeah.
If Christianity was the answer, what's going on then? You have to know that the enemy knew this day was coming. We're going to deal with the book of Jude. The last day apostate. And I want to keep reminding us that this book of Jude was not written to non-believers. I told you that the book Jude is the Greek word Judas.
Right.
Dealing with apostate or falling away. Don't let believers say that they are going somewhere else or the Lord told me this. No, that's apostate mindset.
Come on.
Don't let them fool you.
Come on.
That's why John said they used to be of us, but they're not of us. If they were of us, they would have stayed. And to prove they weren't of us, they left. I better get busy because I'm kind of flying already. Jude chapter only got 25 verses anyhow. Let's open up. Okay. Now, because this is very important, okay, I'm going to quote a lot of scripture, okay? I want you to keep in mind that 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12 says that now take heed, he that thinks he stands, lest you fall. Don't think that you can't fall away. Because I gave plenty answers, Jude gave us plenty answers. He said, what about the angels? They said, holy, 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 and then they started listening to another voice, and they fell away. We talk about angels.
Come on, Pastor.
In the presence of the Most High.
Yeah.
What you think you safe?
Come on.
How did they fall away? Start listening to another voice.
Yes, sir.
We find angels plucked out of the fire. And we think, I'm safe. And then we look at the children of Israel. Heard the mountain, thunder, the voice, saw all those miracles in Mizraim. Sea open up. go through manna, water, all these miracles, and yet apostate. They could not enter in because of unbelief, unfaithfulness. That's a proper translation. Unfaithful. They heard the word, but they weren't faithful to the word.
Come on.
It's not enough to come to Mount Sinai and experience the, the experience of hearing the voice and the signs and wonders. You got to be faithful to what you hear.
Hallelujah.
I don't care if I was fluent in Greek or Hebrew. If I ain't faithful to it, it means nothing.
Right.
The Apostle Paul said, woe is me. If after I have preached to others, I become a castaway. And then Jude dealt with Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, remember, apostate meaning that somebody used to walk in the truth and they fell away. So that tells me, according to this here, that Sodom knew the truth. Sodom knew the truth. Romans chapter 1 said that these people confessed themselves to be wise, but all time they became fools. Romans chapter 1 says that the wrath of God is against all godliness who hold the truth. So Sodom knew the truth, but they decided that they didn't want to do it. There's a bunch of Sodomites that know the truth. But they did not want to attain the Most High in their knowledge. They became veiled with their thinking, began to sleep man with man, women with women. Therefore, God gave them over to a reprobate mind. You want to do that? Boom, gave them over. The Bible said God gave them over. You want to believe that what you're doing is right, God, and you know it's contrary to God's word? He said, I give you over to believe that.
Right.
You believe Sunday is the Sabbath? Okay, I'm going to give you such a strong delusion you're going to believe that. So those are the groups that he gave. Now, in the book of Jude, right? I want to show a verse 21 first. I want to look at that verse now. Listen what Jude says that we need to do, believers. Verse 21.
Keep yourself.
Oh, no, God is going to keep you. He said, keep yourself. Yourself.
In the love of Elohim.
Oh, my goodness.
Looking for the mercy of our Lord, Yeshua HaMashiach, unto eternal life.
Now, notice that. He said, keep your love, keep yourself in the love of God. I said, well, what does that mean then? Well, Scripture says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So we have to keep ourselves in the love of God. If there's an art going on, then we deal with it. We deal with little things. That's how we keep ourselves in the love of God. If I walk around in bitterness in my spirit, I'm not keeping myself in the love of God. You see? If I want to keep my wife in love with me, I do things that bring out the best in her. It's the same thing among us. How we keep ourselves in the love? Because we deal with stuff. We don't hide stuff in here. We deal with it. And the day's coming that we're going to follow up what the book said. If there's something going on, you go to that brother. That brother won't listen. Then you take someone who's cool with it, then y'all deal with it. If not, then we bring it between the Sanhedrin, the community. This is how we deal with stuff. If people know that, they'll squash that stuff real fast.
Amen.
If you know that you got to come and stand before the congregation, that we have a meeting, turn on the camera, boom. Okay, here's the people I trust, and we'll deal with it. Boom, my wife, Roy, we'll deal with these issues. Man, who want to come? You say, you got an issue over that? No, come on. They ain't going to want to deal with that. Because they're going to say, man, that ain't worth fighting over. That's how it's done. That's how it's supposed to be done. We judge the situation. So we ought to keep ourselves. This is what Jude, he's dealing with apostate, right? But he can say, look, keep yourself in the love of God. Very important. Now watch this here. So now, Jude dealt with some issues about those speaking against leadership. We'll deal with that later. Verse 11. Let's move over to verse 11. I want you to start at verse 11, Mike, for me.
Woe unto them,
Uh-huh.
for they have gone in the way of Cain,
Uh-huh.
and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Korah. These are spots in your feast of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water, carried about of wind, trees whose fruit withered, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out of their own shame, wandering stars, to whom it is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, Jehovah cometh with his 10,000 of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. These are the murmurers, complainers, walking in their own lust, and their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in an admiration because of advantage.
Okay, we start right there. That's a lot right there. Now, I want to warn you, Jude is not talking to non-believers. He's talking about the last day apostate. The Mashiach himself said in Matthew 24, verses 11 and 24, that there shall become false prophets, false teachers. This is what the Mashiach says. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, that Paul said, before the Messiah comes, there's going to be a great falling away. And in this great falling away, the man of sin is going to show up. Notice, Paul is warning us what's going to happen before the Messiah comes and the anti-Messiah. There's going to be a great falling away. And Jude, there's no coincidence that the book in Greek is named Judas. Who heard? I mean, I'm trying to get y'all feathers here in your mind. He heard the words of the Mashiach himself. He saw the miracles. He saw him raise Elijah from the dead. Elijah, come forth. And the man fell away. We don't even read the book. See, but Judas had a secret ambition in him. He had a zealous spirit in him. And notice that the Messiah said, listen, I chose you and wanted you devil. He gave Judas plenty of time to get his heart right. The one who's going to deal with me is going to betray me. Still didn't get right. And at Passover, once he denied that last opportunity to get right, and say, and Satan entered him. Huh? Apostate. And the book is right next door to the book of Revelation, telling you what's going to be taking place. The great apostate. They think it's us. The great apostate. Now, I love how Jude brings things out, assuming that you know these things here. But notice that how long the apostate's been going on, y'all. It says here in verse 14, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these things. What? Look how long. Who was the first apostate? He gave us right here. Cain. Oh my goodness. Cain was the first apostate. Let's go to, so now when they give you something, you got to go to it. So let's go to Genesis chapter 4. So the first apostate was Cain. Isn't that something? Cain knew the way. We get there, Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. Now, we're going to see some things here. I don't want your familiarity with the text to cause you to miss the information or the knowledge or the revelation. Go ahead.
And Adam knew his wife, knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from Jehovah. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
Now watch this here.
And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Jehovah. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And Jehovah had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and unto his offering he had not respect.
Now you notice this here. Because the text tells us, and it came to pass in the process of time. In other words, when you see that phrase, it means in the last days. Remember, the Most High said, I have written. He said, I'm God. I declare the end from the beginning. So that Cain and Abel are used as end-time believers. Still going through the motions. Huh? And I tell y'all a lot, your offerings tell a lot about you. And I ain't even talking about finance, even your sacrifice of giving yourself to the ministry. It tells a lot. See, every day or every week, we come here, we're presenting ourselves as a living and holy sacrifice, what we're supposed to.
Yeah.
Right? So the text wants us to know that Cain and Abel, they knew the offering. Cain knew what to bring, the first fruit. But somewhere in Cain's walk that he decided that this ain't working. And we're going to see why in a minute. What changed in Cain's walk? That now he decided that perhaps that Cain think that he was doing this for his daddy, Adam. Did Cain get to the idea to say, man, all this worshiping and giving to God, what is this all about?
Come on.
And then, you remember how some people, you probably, in that situation that they know, I used to be zealous for God. I used to be running. Boy, I should have sinned. I stayed away from this hill. Boy, I prayed, I fasted, I did all this hill. I'm still doing those things. Soon as those on, I'll beat, I'll get hills road. Then, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
See, look at your own self. Look at our own self. Where is our zeal? Because I'm not going to be the one to say, well done, good and faithful servant.
That's right.
Paul said, whatever you do, do with all your might and your strength. Do it all for the glory of the pastor. No. Glory for Yah.
Yes. Hallelujah.
I remember I was teaching at this church, and the pastor gave me 5 minutes. It was before I had this place. And after I finished, he said, Pastor, I was Sherman. He said, Sherman preached like it was a packed house. Yeah. It doesn't matter. If we got 1 people, 2 people, it doesn't matter. If he called you, do it with all your might.
Hallelujah.
So here's Cain. Picture ourselves. Are we still doing the same thing that when we was first born again? Is your fire down? The offering. Finances one way, but yet we still to present our body as a living and holy sacrifice. Cain was going through the motions. Adam probably didn't know it, but it showed in his offering. See, it was the Most High that spoke against this offering. It is amazing how that Cain's conviction that he should have been repentant, he turned his anger towards his brother. See, if I get rid of him, then he won't show me up. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to a church that lets you just do whatever. I'm going to go to a church that if he say he's going to finish at 12, he's going to finish at 12. Think about that. This is what Cain doing. Last day believers still going through the most. I want to get that in your mind. You know some brothers and sisters right now. They talk, don't they? But understand, the offering that Cain was presented, it was not acceptable to Yah, not to Abel, not to Adam. See, what I'm presenting is acceptable to Yah, not me, not the congregation.
That's right.
That's right.
So Paul goes through a whole letter. Grace, love, wages of sin, death. The new man, chapter 5, chapter 6, bring your body. Then chapter 7, the law, there's no condemnation in verse 8. And then chapter 9 of Romans, Israel. Chapter 10 is here for God. Chapter 11, who is Israel? Then chapter 12 says, listen, all this stuff I gave you, therefore present your bodies into God as a living sacrifice. Paul almost like he couldn't hold it no more, man. Now all that good news I told you, what God done for you, for the wages of sin is death, and you still alive.
Come on now.
Hallelujah.
That's right.
He said, all have sinned Oh, yeah, we all have. But don't mean I got to keep on doing it.
Come on, right?
That's good.
Oh, my goodness. People love to use that scripture. He said, all have. Not all continue. So Cain and Abel. Now watch this, because Cain name in the Greek, the Hebrew means smith, like a goldsmith. Now think about it. A goldsmith love to make stuff, right? He's able to make stuff. So let's take it to the physical. Cain know how to make himself look spiritual. Huh?
All right.
He's the one that wear the big crosses, the robes. He's the one that come out and pray, kneel, and say, "Ooh, they got this." The goldsmith. Abel name. Like when Eve, remember Genesis 3:15. The sin, then y'all come straight to Eve and Adam and Hawa said, "You're gonna have a seed." And so they know prophecy, right? They know prophecy. So the seed that's going to be born is going to crush the serpent head. And so Eve know that. So now they're out of the garden, right? They've been dagash. The word is divorce. Oh yeah, it's coming to word. That's another teaching like that. And so now the children were born outside the garden. Did y'all know that? Outside the garden.
Yeah.
So now Yah prophesied of the one to come. So the first child to come was Cain, the smith, the goldsmith, or the also a possessor. So she said that she's going to possess, or this could be the one. And when she had her other son, I thought this was the one, Cain was the one. And she had the audacity to name that boy Abel. You say, what's wrong with that? Well, Abel means vanity. The same word that Solomon used over and over in the book of Ecclesiastes. Vanity, said the preacher. So what did Miss Eve think that Abel was vanity? But the text tells us that Abel's blood speaks power. The Greek tells us that Abel sacrificed, oh my goodness, Abel sacrificed his life. Oh my goodness. Huh? Abel said that Abel sacrificed, that Yah had accepted Abel and the sacrifice.
Hallelujah.
So that tells me, Miss Bernie, it's good to see you back, that my offering must meet my lifestyle.
Amen. That's right.
Very important. This is what they're trying to teach us. This book dealing with end time is wrong. If your offering don't meet your lifestyle, then you shouldn't be offering nothing until you get your lifestyle right. That's why when the Messiah said, listen, if you find out your brother has something against you, he say, leave your gift. He didn't say don't give, he say, leave your gift and go be reconciled to your brother. Then present your gift. Oh my God.
That's right. Hallelujah. That's cool, huh?
We're talking about Cain and Abel. Two people. Are you a goldsmith that you trying to form like you really, but you're not? But listen, I'm not a goldsmith. A goldsmith is one that knows stuff. Or maybe you feel that, vanity. No. It's not vanity to serve the Most High. It's not vanity to serve the Most High. It's not. Let's go, I'll show you something. Let's go to Hebrews. Chapter 11. We're going to read verse 4, Mike. Amen. Is it like that?
Can I get a hallelujah?
Okay.
By faith, Abel offered unto Elohim a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Isn't that something? Go ahead.
Elohim testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaks.
Oh my goodness. See? by us acting the same way that Abel did, his lifestyle ought to speak to us. Huh? His righteousness got him killed. But he's in the Hall of Fame chapter.
Hallelujah. That's good. That's right.
You can get in trouble for doing anything, but did your righteousness get you in trouble? Huh? I ain't knocking and this what's going on out there in the world, that people are dying or getting killed. But I don't read in the newspaper it said that he died for the word of God. Because the book of Revelation says that these were slain for the word of God.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Come on now.
It says here again. He said that Abel by faithfulness is the proper term. By faithfulness, Abel offered unto Elohim a more excellent sacrifice. Abel wasn't just going grabbing something. Other words, now this brings to our pocket. Abel wasn't just waiting at the last moment, then pulling out his wallet. Abel had prepared what he was going to bring. Oh my goodness!
Right.
Yes, sir.
Come on now. Come on now.
Ooh, I remember when I was born again and I finally got my first job.
Yes.
So like, y'all remember that when you first get your check, you bring him off right away.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Huh? You remember that? You feel great to get to the church to give your offering. Huh? And if you had to work overtime, you called the church and tell them to come get it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh my
Hallelujah.
goodness.
Yes. Good. That's good.
You should believe that.
Yes, that's true.
That's given to Yah.
Yes, it is.
Just believe that.
Yeah. Well, hallelujah.
By faith, Abel
Thank you.
offered to Elohim a most excellent, not just a excellent,
Yes. Good. My God.
than Cain, which he obtained witness that he was Zadik. See? And Elohim testified of his gift. And by it, he being dead yet speaking. That's powerful right there.
Yes, it is. Father.
Selah on that.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't giving that church my money. I ain't giving that pastor that. You know what I mean? All that foolishness.
Yeah.
At one time, you didn't used to think like that. Who else be with you?
Yeah.
Come on. Yes.
When we look at the word gifts in Hebrew, is korah. And it means, the reason that the altar or the ramp was, it had a ramp on it. Watch this, the power right. The reason that it was a ramp on there, because your gift's supposed to elevate you.
Amen.
That was the purpose of it, to elevate you.
Yes.
To elevate you. Your gift, whether it be financed or presented your body. If you got a gift for ministry, don't take that to the grave.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Don't you know that you got to give account for that gift?
Yes, you do.
If you feel that the Most High called you to this ministry, you got to operate that gift.
All right. Hallelujah.
People that has religion mindset think that they can just go to any ministry and prosper. If that's the case, people just hear it. There's only one woman on the planet for you. It really is.
That is the truth.
It really is. But we just ain't learned how to go through thick and thin and hell together.
My God.
There's only one woman for you. It's not really, listen, that's soulmate, that's true. A man supposed to find a woman. Notice it say he who finds a wife. Huh? Finds a wife. Find favor with them. So if you catch a hell, you know that God told you not to marry that woman from the beginning. But you got caught up in your lust. The glory of the man is the woman. That's why that All you got to do in a restaurant is just look at the woman's face. She'll tell you how the marriage is going. Oh, yeah.
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
You're speaking the truth. Well, hallelujah.
You can ask anybody right now. You can call my jaw right now. Brother Kevin, when 4 o'clock on, I be trying to get out of there. I be trying to get home. I got employees don't want to go home.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's real talk.
That's real.
Ask Kev, I be trying to get home, baby. Why? Because the atmosphere. We only in this pandemic only had one couple of days that it wasn't right. But then we got it right.
Hallelujah.
I ain't like that. I don't like that because that's my queen right there. I don't like it. Everybody here can be mad at me. I don't care. But if she mad, man, it don't settle right with my spirit.
That's right. That's right. Hallelujah.
Why? Because we won. We won.
Praise God. Praise God.
Turn over to chapter 12. I'm going to show you something else.
Hebrews 4.
Hebrews chapter 12. Let's let the writer of Hebrews speak to us. Let's start at verse 23. Now, verse 22.
But ye are coming to Mount Zion, and to the city of the living Elohim, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to an innumerable company of angels, to the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to Elohim, the judge of all.
The judge of who?
All.
Go ahead.
And to the spirits of just men made perfect.
That word perfect means mature. Technon.
That's the one right there.
Technon, right? Mature.
Praise God.
But he said, Abraham, be tamim, walk before me in innocent.
Come on. Come on.
What's this? Just sit down there. So when Yeshua say be thou perfect, he's saying be sincere. If you got issues in your life, deal with it.
Come on.
Don't try to fake it.
Come on. Praise God.
We know ain't none righteous. Y'all know that we ain't flawed. We not flawless. But he's saying, listen, David was the man after my own heart.
Yes.
David could have killed Nathan. You couldn't?
Yep.
Said, you the one.
Yep.
But David said, okay, I'm the man. He owned up to it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's hard.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, opportunities. Praise God. Praise God.
Watch this here. Go ahead, verse 24.
And to Yeshua, the mediator of the new covenant, and to the blood of sprinkling that speaketh better things than that of Abel.
Speaking better things. You think the sacrifice of Abel was something?
My God. Hallelujah. Wow.
Huh?
That's it.
We just simmered today. We ain't even got started yet. Cain and Abel, I want you to keep in mind, this is dealing with end time. You don't have time to be playing. You don't have time to be, acting like you there, but you know you're not there.
Come on. That's real.
Very important. Watch, because the warning is right here, verse 25.
See that ye refuse not him that speaketh. For if they escape not who refuse him that spake on earth, much more shall not we escape if we turn away from him that speaketh from heaven.
You see that? You can run from me, get mad and leave and never come back.
Come on. Come on. All right.
People need to understand, House of Study, and those who are watching, that I don't care if undercover you don't like me, but you're still accountable for that word.
That's all right. Praise
Are y'all hear me? You still accountable for hearing that word.
Yes. Amen.
We shall be judged by every word. That's why, listen, if you ain't ready to change, you shouldn't be sitting under the word.
That's right. My mom. Hallelujah.
These ain't my words. These are his words. Saying that you refuse him, that's speaking.
Yeah.
So I want to warn you. These things you hear, don't shake off. You better be honest.
Tell somebody.
Let's go to 1 John. Let's see what was the issue with Cain. 1 John. 1 John. Let's see what the issue with Cain. Now, chapter 3. Now, let's keep in mind that the book of Genesis is about prophecy. Okay? End time prophecy. Let's see what was the issue with Cain. We'll pick it up, Mike, at verse 11.
For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning.
Listen, very beginning. Not New Testament. Very beginning. What did we hear?
That we should love one another.
Love one another. Love one another. Then he gives us an example.
Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one.
You see how they keep going back to Genesis? See, if you want to solve any issue in your life, you got to go back to the beginning. That's why they keep pointing us back to it. And we should love one another. Not as Cain, who was what?
Of the wicked one.
Oh, he was what?
Of the wicked one.
Okay. Of the wicked one. See? How? Because Cain was faking it and going through the motion. And he had a anger problem with his brother. And so that little door, that little door that he didn't deal with. He didn't deal with. That says, it says in our books, how many foxes are swallowed? Yeah. That little issue that came, the same story of Judas. Didn't deal with that issue. Didn't deal with it. So there was these little things. Now keep in mind, Cain was a believer. You got to keep that in mind. Cain was not a heathen. He was a believer, Miss Rose. But didn't deal with the anger. I wonder was it anger that caused him to do what he did? That he never dealt with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, it happens in natural families. You got one brother or sister, you know, and he hit the books. He studied. And this is here. Then he get mad because he come home with a nice, you know, that report card. And the parents, and then he lagging in school because he chasing the girls. And he get mad because his brother get the praise. Well, let me see yours. Oh. Well, what are you doing at school? So now guess who you think he's going to take it out on? You see? The same thing that Cain did it. That's the same stuff that we can do here in this ministry and those who are watching. We have to guard against that. It can happen when in marriages, you got a brother or sister, he married, but he catching hell in his marriage. And yours, he get mad at you because all you talk about, your wife, your husband. Oh yeah, that stuff happened.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
So Cain, it said that Cain was of the wicked one. And he slew his brother because he was of the wicked one, Satan, the adversary. And his brother was righteous, right? Go ahead, verse 13.
Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you.
Okay.
We know that we have passed from life unto death. From death into life. Because we love the brethren.
Look how powerful it is. Listen, it's love. Because, listen, aha, right? It's aleph, hey, bet, aha, which is the word love. And in the midst of the word, it's a hand. In Paleo Hebrew, it's a hand. It means behold. It means to look. Right in the midst, right? Aha. And if you move the hey away from the aha, you got aleph, bet, which is av. Huh? When we love each other, we showing the world that we love the Father. It's a connection right there. This how the world would know that you are my Tommy Dean, my disciple, by the love. A father, an earthly father, love to see their children playing together. But when we fight against each other, we're not showing the love the Father love. That's powerful right there. That's powerful. So, this is how we, verse 1 again, we know that we have passed from death, unto life, because we love the brother, the ox.
He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
What did Cain say when the Most High said, where is thy brother, Abel? What did he say to him? Now, hey, you just can't. Now, am I my brother keeper? Did not the word say that Abel was a keeper? She said it word play. Am I? And he never answered that question. Never answered that question. So that means that the spirit, because the Mushak say that in the last days that brothers shall betray brothers. Wow. Because of the love of the Father is not in them. The love of the Father. Once you take the love of the Father out of your life, out of your heart, then it's easy for you to hate the brother.
That's right.
It really is. Because the love of the Father, you just see your brother. You don't care what color he is. Verse 15.
Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
Murderer.
And ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him.
Did you hear that? And the Mushak go even deeper. You haven't heard it said about them of old, thou shalt not murder. But I say, who shall anger with his brother? Oh my goodness.
Come on, now, it's too much. It's too much, Pastor. It's too much. It's heavy.
He said, I would never shoot nobody. I never pull a gun and say, yeah.
I don't.
But in your heart.
Come on, now. That's heavy. That's heavy.
That's what the text says. He's talking to Israel, not the Romans, not the Greeks. Read that again, please.
Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer. And ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him.
Boy, I love John. John, do not play games. Go ahead, verse 16.
Hereby perceive we the love of Elohim, because he laid down his life for us. And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren.
Man, I ain't got time.
Come on, now.
Laying down life, it means that it's like death, pain, right? It's doing something that you don't really want to do, or you struggle, whatever, but you lay down your life. I need to do this here, but my brother need me.
Come on, that's right. We need each other.
I really ain't got the time, but Monique need a grass cut. That's laying down your life. I really ain't got time, but the ecclesia need the house clean. That's laying down your life. You know that you really want to go do something else, but you say, I'm going to put them first. That's laying down your life. Mothers do that for y'all kids all the time. I'm tired, I'm sleeping, I really don't want to cook, but my kids need something to eat. That's laying down your life.
That's true. That's true, Pastor. That's true.
We don't want to wash your clothes, but I know you need some clothes. That's laying down your life.
Now you're preaching, Pastor.
Y'all kids need to know that we don't take joy in all that stuff. Well, I can't wait to get up and do them clothes for them kids. Really? Am I right? Come on now.
What's the perspective on it, Pastor? What's the perspective on it?
Come on, Pastor.
I want to keep my school clothes money, but my kids need to know that. I saw something I want to get, but I got to buy him some school clothes. I'm laying down my life.
Come on, now. Come on, now.
They have no idea. I ain't want to work overtime, but my kids need some stuff. Eddie, I'm laying down my life.
Come on.
Are y'all in?
Tell it.
Taking all that junk at work. Come on, why? You're laying down your life. So, your mama say no, you gotta lay down your life. Huh? She said you can't go? Lay down your life. Gone and fuss, but I'm gonna honor my mom.
That's right.
And then just keep it. I really want to go. I don't like it, but I'm gonna lay down my life, mom. I'm gonna honor you because it read it's in our book. I want to live a long life.
Come on now.
Thank you.
That's true.
That's
true. That's true.
To lay down our life. Verse 17.
But whoso hath this world's good,
Mm-hmm.
and seeth his brother have need, and shut up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of Elohim in him?
Oh my! Now, boy, Jude, listen. John is hitting hard. John is hitting hard. Our book is so powerful that it said, now it's dealing with the community. It said that if you see your enemy ox in a hole, your enemy, it said you better help him get it out.
That's right.
Huh?
He's watching. He's watching.
He said your enemy. And so what he's saying, come here, Brother Ron. What he's saying is this here is wrong ox, right? So I don't like wrong, but the word is convicting, right? So I said, all right. So now, hey man, so man, how we gonna get this thing out, man? No. So we said, okay, we ain't got no rope, man. So we say, so we start talking, man. I mean, so how we gonna get this out? We gotta this here. So I don't know. So we need like a rope or something, a stick to something to get this out, right? So let's go back. So now what's happening is we ain't talked in weeks.
Troubleshooting.
Are y'all hearing me? We ain't talked in weeks, but the ox got us talking right now. You see how the ox broke the conversation? Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Praise God.
You see how the ox broke the conversation?
That's the love.
Oh my goodness. Powerful, man. Huh? So today it'll be like this here, everybody, that you driving down 45 and you saw your enemy car broke down.
Gotta stop.
You ride, whatever, and you just driving. Now you miss all those exits. Now you halfway to the next thing. Okay, I'll go back. Yeah. Are y'all hearing me?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Don't be as Cain. He deserved it. And notice that how all this is going to happen because the love of God is shed abroad in our heart by who? The Ruach Kodesh. Go ahead, verse 18.
Amen. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Is he destroying us or what? Huh? Is he just wiping our study? Let this sink down inside of it. Man, like, listen. Action. Boy, huh? Just don't get that why, because some people in our community got smooth conversation. He said, no, let it be known. Let your action line up. Yeah, that's what he did. Now remember, he's not talking to heathens. He's talking to us, John, the beloved John, Yochanan, who understand love. That's why he said, listen, I was there by the cross. And I heard the Messiah say to me, he said, listen, your mother. John was brought there by the cross. When he was right there, he said, behold, your mother. He tells John to look out for my mother. Oh, what a responsibility. What a responsibility. John, the beloved. So he knows about love. Because he saw it demonstrated through the Moshiach. He saw that Passover where the master himself washed his feet. I do things around here because I love the congregation. I love the brother. The Most High had to deal with me on all this stuff. Get somebody else to mow the grass. Get somebody else to do this here. Stop buying all this stuff by yourself. Why? Because I knew that the majority of us came out of abusive religion. And so that's why you don't hear me talk about money. Because religion has abused it. So it took me about 9 years to start. I'm Reverend Roller. I was, no. I mean, he had to, I'm saying, he had to train me on that. Because there's a soft issue out there. My little children, love not in logos, words, neither in lashon, but in action and in truth. Action and truth. You see how it's action and truth. Go ahead.
And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him.
Mm-hmm.
For our hearts condemn us. Elohim is greater than our heart, and knoweth all things.
That's, that's so powerful, because I might not know your situation. I might say why a person not doing this or doing that, or why they acting this here. I might, because I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so, but the person, it's like a person, that's why that I know how you do it. Have people to come up and give offering because they putting guilt trip on you. And you feel bad because you don't really have it. And the way that they do it make you feel condemned.
Wow.
If you ain't got it, you just ain't got it.
That's right.
There's other ways to serve in the ministry. Say, Pastor, I ain't got a job right now. I'm doing this here, but I can come do this here. I can do this here. Don't be condemned. Don't be like that. We don't do stuff like that around here.
Hallelujah.
If our heart condemns us, Elohim is greater than our heart. Why? He knows what you got and don't got. In this community, we need to understand that we got to communicate to each other. I don't know who's working and who's not working. I don't know who's able, who's not able. And then you say, hey, I need somebody to front me for about a month. What do you mean? On food or gas, on life, whatever it may be. You see what I'm talking about? If we're going to be a community,
That's right. I gotta help you.
we got kids here. We got babies. They need pampers, milk, whatever. We say on the street, a closed mouth ain't never got fed, huh?
That's right. That's good.
Because if you don't Israel, you're walking in pride.
That's right.
You're walking in pride. James said that, listen, he said, if you see your brother in need, you see it. Need. So that means that you have to be around him or her or them. You ought to be able to recognize that there have been a shift in life change. Because why? You that close to him. Because you that close to him. Because he says here again. Read verse 17 again, please.
Well, whoso hath this world's good.
Okay, you're doing good. You're doing good. Things good for you. Your refrigerated food, your clothes, everything's going good for you. But here we go again. We're back to brother, right?
You see your brother in have need, and shedded up his bowels of compassion from him. How dwelleth the love of Elohim in him?
That's what John is asking. John said, I don't understand it. John said, I don't understand how is this happening. Why you see it and you able to do something about it. Well, if the Lord want me to, he'll speak to me. The word say, your mercy, something moving you to do it.
That's right.
Oh, if the Lord, I need a, no. You say, I need another word. Now you're trying to be spiritual. Because you know he said it. You know it moves you. You see what I'm talking about? Well, I'm still waiting on the Lord. He told you when you first heard it. I forgot what happened one time. Someone in the house needed, I could tell that something was bothering her. She had just got a call, and something happened at work, and so, a car note, right? And now I'm struggling too, y'all. And so the offering comes in, say, give it. Man, I didn't want to get that. But I hurry up and did it before I talk myself out of it.
That's it.
Yeah. I know, man. I ain't gonna put it out there.
Oh.
Okay. What I'm saying is that we have the ability to talk ourselves out of doing stuff. Even Yeshua knew that. He said, Judas, what you do quickly.
Come on now. Let's hit it. It's real heavy.
My. Verse 21.
Beloved, if our hearts condemn us not, then have we confidence towards Elohim.
You doing the right thing?
And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments.
Hold up. No. I just asked. I ain't got to keep no commandments.
Because we keep his commandments.
Notice how he keeps this together. We ask, we receive because we keep his commandments. But religion said you don't have to keep the commandments. And this in the New Testament. Am I right there?
Yes, sir.
Again. Well, so we ask.
We receive of him because we keep his commandments.
Oh, my goodness.
And do those things that are pleasing in his sight.
Amen. Hallelujah.
The whole book, when you look at the keys, it says, and so did what was right in Yah's sight.
Come on.
He did what was right in Yah's sight. It might not even look right in other people's sight, but it's right in Yah's sight.
That's good. That's what
Oh my goodness.
That's what matters.
Huh?
That's it.
And it always say, and Ahab didn't do what's right in Yah's sight.
That's right.
That's good.
Praise God.
My goodness. Go ahead.
And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, his Ben, Yeshua HaMashiach, and love one another.
Come on now.
As he gave us commandments.
That's what he said. This how the world, the Olam, would know that you belong to me. We're not like the nations, taking advantage of each other. Shaul said that if a brother borrows something, don't add no interest.
Come on. That's right.
We are to take care of one another. The open church, the Acts chapter 2 said they brought all that they had.
Amen.
There was no need in it.
Hallelujah.
Showing us an example.
Come on now.
Don't supposed to be no needs. Huh? We're supposed to have something stored aside for the needs. You build that kind of community. It's like having a trust fund. You put there, every family that's able, then you put this here, and whoever would need to borrow it, and then you put it right back in when you get back up on your feet.
Amen.
So it's always there. It's always there. It's always there. The ecclesia can have their own banking system. Shoot the Messiah, love one another as he has commanded us. Verse 24.
And he that keepeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us by the Spirit which he hath given us.
Oh, this powerful. Dealing with Cain and Abel. It's powerful. My goodness. See light on that. That was just round one. My goodness. Let's go back to Jude. So now we're there with Cain. We saw the issue with Cain. We saw the difference between Cain and Abel. We know that he's speaking to last days believers. Because the Most High knows what the wicked gonna do. But he's showing us the last day apostate. Be on guard, house of study. Don't fall away. Don't fall away. Those who are watching, don't fall away. If your giving has decreased, and it don't need to decrease, those in-house, out-of-house, if your sacrifice has served, your gift has decreased, then bring it back up. Because it's in his sight. It's in his sight. This is the place that it is supposed to challenge us. That's how we grow. Challenge us. I gotta teach it and live it. It don't mean that I just preach a good sermon. Did I just walk out? Y'all do y'all gonna do. No. So he goes on. We're back at Jude, right? Now I'm gonna deal with Balaam in a minute. But listen what Jude says again about these. He say now, just imagine Cain, right? Now he say that these are what? Verse 12.
These are spots in your feet.
Oh, our Passover. Our feast. What feast is talking about? The feast. They show up at our feast. They are spots at our feast. They come there. When they feast with you, they feeding themselves without fear. Ain't even trying to change. Ain't even trying to change. They just here just to eat. The celebrate said, man, I celebrate Passover. Man, I celebrate Hanukkah. I celebrate and still they got spots in their life. He's talking to believers. These are feasts. These are spots in your feast. Can you recognize them? Jews say, listen. That's why many times things happen around here. I always use the example of Moses and Joshua at Mount Sinai. When they was coming down, Joshua said, there's war in the camp. Moses said, no, it's not. I see things different. I would not be in the ministry if y'all didn't give me spiritual eyes. A lot of things I just hope that it just will work itself out. Let us grow. That's what I do. But I see a lot of things, and I know a lot of things that we do is because of knowledge. And so if you sit on the sound teaching, I be hoping, praying that the word will just transform their mind.
Amen.
You ain't gotta throw your power around you because you're the leader or the pastor. No, you let the word. I love to see the word transform people's life.
Yes.
Then have your mind being transformed by the word of Yah.
Hallelujah. Yes.
That after a while, they'll come to you and say, man, Pastor, they'll come. I say, yeah. I ain't gotta say, well, I wondered when you gonna come. No, you let people grow. Paul said, now let us grow in the knowledge and the grace of Yeshua. What's the purpose of the grace in the body of Messiah? So that we can tolerate one another.
Oh my.
Deal with one another. We're about human beings. So our grace, the grace of Yah, is to help us deal with one another when we wrong each other, when we offend each other, when we do all of those human things. we're not going to fool ourselves and thinking that we ain't going to never want to fall out with one another. You can come here and be mad at me. You come here and be mad at somebody, but come. Unless you don't want the rock to work on you.
Come on now. That's what it is.
These are spots, right? Feasting with you without fear. I mean, just think about that, though. How can you sit at the table, knowing down the table that you're mad at that person? On the cool, you are always talking, trying to ignore them. Hey, girl, how you doing? Knowing that she mad. No. Oh, we do stuff like that. Try to avoid each other. Because she said she was going to call you, and she got busy and forgot. Really? Really? Little stuff like that. If you can be offended, he will find it. If there's a little crack in you, he will find it.
We all crack those. Yeah. Amen.
It says here that without fear, clouds, they are without water. Hold up. Clouds without water.
Wow. Water is cloud.
Listen. Have you ever, I know you said that. Listen, if it's going to rain. It slowed up you going to get your hair done, ladies, because you thought it was going to rain. Clouds without rain. It means clouds without rain is potential, but it never comes through. And it looked like it, and you say, you know what? I ain't going to water my grass today.
Oh, Lord.
Because of the potential. He said, these are people that look like they got potential. They got potential. And they hang around. They got potential. I know people can't do without potential. That was, there was a sister came through here. But was cold. I taught her the feast. The Torah portion. She was good. Mm-hmm. I mean, she was good. I ain't gonna lie. She knew how to break. Man, she was good. Clouds. It's not enough, guys, to look or to have potential. But if you're a cloud must let the rain come through, right? So if you're a cloud at the house of study and your rain never rained on us, but we know that you got it. Because we can see it. Mm-hmm. When he or she gonna rain on us?
Yes, we can see it.
Ain't that something? Our ox had all the potential, but couldn't get it together. Rain. That's what he said. These are rain. Clouds, they are without water. Carried about of every wind. In other words, now, they are really, what is it? They're clouds. So they want to be, the only way that they're going to rain on us if they're in charge. They want to be in charge. Unless I'm in charge, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't playing nothing. I ain't singing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. They want to be in charge. And so, he says they're like clouds, like wind. So they get blown away. Ain't the ruach like wind?
Yes, it is.
So we started thinking like, well, maybe he blew them away. Because they ain't producing nothing. That's good. I think the ruach is growing us up.
Yeah, it is.
Then he goes on to say, trees whose fruit wither. My goodness. Huh? You see that? He's talking about people.
Yes, he is.
Trees whose fruit wither. Why? Because if you don't, listen, you just can't look at how beautiful that fruit is on that tree. It needs to be picked.
Sir, that's right. Hallelujah.
Huh? You like, other words, your fruit. If you don't use it. There are people that never invest or give their best to the ecclesia. They're gifted. Bam, bam, bam. Because they want to be in charge. So they trees whose fruit wither without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the root. Well, you use some strong words here. When the Messiah came to that fig tree, I mean, if you're a fig tree, produce some fruit.
Oh, now, talk to him.
Huh? An orange tree, produce the oranges. Apple, produce the apples. Then we come and say, okay, I already know what you're trying to do, Jude. Okay, if you're a singer, sing. You good in computers, do the computers. Operate. Your gift was not to be serving the world. It's to enhance the body of Messiah. But if only reason that you serve or won't serve because you want to get paid, ouch. Ouch.
Right.
Now he's talking about these people. We ain't even got to Balaam yet. He said, raising waves. That's what you see. Raising waves of sea, forming out of their own shame. Y'all see how this stuff and gals it comes up and you remember the time like what about five or 6 years ago, and they had all that stuff on. Yeah, the seaweed. Hanging. Yeah. Raising waves of the sea, forming out of their own shame. Wandering stars won't stay put. They're shining. Who will reserve the blackness of darkness for how long? Man, this is incredible. He's talking to believers. To believers. This is incredible. So now, as we move to Balaam, right? So he goes on to say, woe to them, for they have gone in the way of Cain. We saw that. And then, they ran greedy out of the era of Balaam for reward. Oh my. So let's go take a look at Balaam then. Let's go to Numbers. Let's take a look at him. Now, remember, we're dealing with apostate. So that means that Balaam knew the truth. I don't understand the whole thing, but Balaam had communication with the Most High. Isn't that something? Balaam pronounced one of the greatest blessings over Israel. How lovely is thy tent. So let's look at a few things that Balaam said. Now, you know that Balaam was being hired to curse Israel, right? Now, for him to even to listen to the conversation, he was out of line. It's like me coming to you and I'm hiring you for a hitman. And you sit there and listen to me. So that means that you're punning about it. Right. Thank you. I love to see, I just want to just look at some of the things that Balaam says about Balak. Look at chapter 23, verse 8. This is what Balaam says about Israel.
23 verse 8.
Yeah.
Amen.
Verse 8 only.
How shall I curse whom Elohim have not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom Jehovah have not defied?
Y'all understand? Balaam is saying that I cannot curse. That's why when Noah cursed Canaan, because he couldn't curse, he couldn't curse Ham because God had already blessed. So he went to Canaan. So Balaam is saying, listen, Israel is blessed. I can't curse what God has blessed.
Praise God.
We got to know that.
Praise God.
Let's look at something else that Balaam said. Verse 19.
Verse 19. Elohim is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent.
Mm-hmm.
Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Mm-hmm. Now, let's deal with this word, should repent. Yah ain't, only people that have to repent is people that done something wrong. This word should not be termed as repent. Should he change his mind? In other words, what I said about Israel, that's why people understand that Paul goes through a whole letter in the book of Romans. Has God cast away Israel? God forbid.
That's right. Hallelujah.
God ain't get to the New Testament and say, you know what, I'm going to go with some new people. I'm going to go with some Christians. I'm going to change my mind. No, he don't change his mind. He made a everlasting covenant with our father Abraham. He has not changed his mind.
Has he not said?
That was it right here.
Hallelujah.
God, Elohim is not a man that he should lie. One thing the writer of Hebrew brings out about our God, he say, one invocable thing is by Yah, that you can't lie. It's impossible.
That's right.
It got to be in you first. He cannot lie. So if he promised something in his word, if he said, children, honor your mother and father that you may live a long life, he mean what he said.
Yeah. That's right.
This is what Balaam was saying. And then, if you turn over to chapter 24, let's read some of his blessing that he said. Verse 24, verse 1.
And when Balaam saw that it pleased Jehovah to bless Israel, he went not, as the other times, to seek for enchantment.
You know that? It's an A. That's the same word of nakad, or the word the serpent. They put a spell. So if you know enchantment is the same word, the root word for Satan, Eddie, that means that Satan put a spell on Eve. That's why Paul said, who has put a spell on you? Who has bewitched you? You used to love coming to this place. Who has bewitched you? You used to respect pastor. Who has bewitched you? For he seek enchantment. But he set his face towards the wilderness. And what did Balaam do? Oh, he's going to bless him now.
And Balaam lifted up his eyes. And he saw Israel hiding in his tent, according to their tribe.
Oh, come on.
And the spirit of Elohim came upon him.
Go. Come on, baby. Testify this blessing. This is the blessing, the ultimate blessing on us came by a false teacher.
And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of Elohim, which saw the vision of the Almighty, fall into a trance, but having his eyes open.
Do you see what Balaam is saying?
How goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, and thy tabernacles, O Israel. As the valleys are they spread forth, as gardens by the river's side, as the trees of Ligon aloes, which Jehovah hath planted, and as cedar trees beside the waters. He shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. Elohim brought him forth out of Egypt, and he hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. He shall eat up the nations, his enemies, and shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows. He crouched, he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and cursed is he that curseth thee.
Stop right there. Huh? Can you imagine the people who jack the book read that and say, we can never let them know who they are. We cannot. So now Balaam could not curse Israel. But he said, okay. But before he left, he said, okay, I'm going to show you what y'all can do. See, I I can't curse Israel, but I can get them to curse themselves. So in chapter 25, he gives them word of what to do. Chapter 25, verse 1.
And Israel abode in Shittim,
Uh-huh.
and the people began to commit whoredoms with the daughters of Moab.
Oh my goodness.
And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their Elohim, and the people did eat, and bowed down to their Elohims. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of Jehovah was kindled against Israel. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, take all the heads of the people, and hang them up before Jehovah against the sun, that the fierce anger of Jehovah may be turned away from Israel. And Moshe said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phoenix, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the women through the belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel.
This is powerful. But you have to understand, Balaam knew something. I can't curse them, but I can get them to curse themselves. Balaam knew the right way. And I'm going to show you something here. Go to the same book, chapter 31. Chapter 31. Watch this here. So now, Yah is going to deal with that issue. Right here. Verse 31, chapter 31, verse 1.
And Jehovah spake unto Moshe, saying, avenge the children of Israel of the Midianites. Afterwards shalt thou be gathered unto thy people.
Okay, so now go deal with that issue in the congregation. Okay? It's in the congregation. He said, now go deal with it. Now, as they go to war, right? I'm gonna let you read. Go ahead.
And Moshe spake unto the people, saying, arm some of yourselves unto the war, and let them go against the Midianites, and avenge Jehovah of Midian. Of every tribe 1,000, throughout all the tribes of Israel shall ye send to the war.
Okay, so now he sent them to war, right? He sent them to war, and they do their job. But did they do it right? Jump down to verse 9.
And the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captives, and their little ones, and took the spoil of their cattle, and all their flock, and all their goods. And they burnt all their cities wherein they dwelt, and all their goodly castles with fire. And they took all the spoil and all the prey, both of man and of beast. And they brought the captives and the prey and the spoil to Moses and Eleazar the priest, and unto the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the camp at the plains of Moab, which are by Jordan near Jericho. And Moshe and Eleazar the priest and all the princes of the congregation went forth to meet them without the camp.
Now watch this here.
And Moshe was wroth with the officers of the host, with the captains over thousands and captains over hundreds, which came from the battle. And Moshe said unto them, have ye saved all the women alive? Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against Jehovah in the matter of Peor.
Do you hear that? And they still using women to trap us now. Huh? They still using. That's what he used. Israel, come on now. So we see that Balaam knew that, listen. Israel man's eyes ain't very disciplined. So all you got to do is just shake something in front of them. And the ones that ain't got their lust under control, oh, they gonna show up. I mean, this is the this is the congregation in the wilderness. When you hot, when you lustful, you don't even cut. The man brought her right in the camp. Passed by Moses. Huh? Come on now, right in front of Moses. When you got a rebellious spirit and a lustful spirit, you don't care. You don't care who knows it. Pastor, you're like, did he really?
Yeah.
And Phineas, when he saw it, did he knock on the door?
No.
Oh, he did. He didn't say get up or nothing, did he? Because why? The scripture said the adultery and the adultery must die. That's boldness right there. And that's the kind of spirit that has to be in the congregation. He entered into a covenant with the Most High. That's my brother. I can't say nothing to him. What? No. We lost plenty of battles. Why? Because there was sin in the camp.
Oh.
The scripture said that y'all changed it now, right? So if our ancestors lost many battles because there was sin in the camp, why do we think that, oh, it can be sin in the camp and we still can be victorious? Man, we fooling ourselves. We're not playing with our like that. Because the writer in Hebrews said he's a consuming fire. And last time I knew that fire burned. So Moses had them to deal with that stuff. These are the ones that put you there. This is what Balaam did. He said that, and Moses said to them, you have all saved the women alive. Behold, these calls Israel through the word, through the counsels of word. Balaam gave the word, the words. Balaam to commit trespass against Yahweh in the word of Peor. So we know what happened. He wiped them out. He wiped them out. But this issue with Balaam is not over. Let's go to the book of Revelation. This thing is serious, Israel. This thing is serious. It's so serious, chapter 2, it's so serious that the Most High, Yeshua HaMashiach, the King of Israel, our Rabbi, didn't let that off the hook. This thing is so serious about this fornication that the Messiah didn't let it off the hook himself.
That's right, man.
So he goes to this church in Pergamos, right? We'll read verse 14. Chapter 2, verse 14.
But I have a few things against thee.
Uh-huh.
Because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam.
Uh-huh. What is the doctrine of Balaam?
Who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel.
And what was the stumbling block?
To eat things sacrificed unto idols.
So I was just eating with her. I just went out to lunch with us. Well, that's how I started. You married, what you going out to work on a lunch with a single woman?
Hallelujah. That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Ain't no man's in the job? If you just gotta eat with a woman, call your wife.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm talking about? Well, that's my business partner. Well, that's gonna be your bed partner after a while. If you don't stop it.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Business partners always lead to bed partners. Uh-huh. I said it.
Yeah, that's right. Hallelujah.
Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, what they did? To eat what? To eat what? Come on back in, Mike. Come on back in.
To commit fornication. So have thou also them.
Oh, no. You went to back. Children of Israel to eat things sacrificed to idols and to commit fornication. Notice how it started over a meal. It started over a meal, but I'm going to show you something here. I'll show you something here. Go to chapter, let's go to Exodus. Go to Exodus. I'm going to show you something here. Listen, we already been warned. We just ignored the book says. Somehow we think that under the New Testament, oh, now nothing changes for Israel. But when you're in religion,
Come on now. Come on now.
watch this here. So Balaam taught them to eat things sacrificed to idols, right? And to eat together. I'm telling you, it all started with eating. And notice our first transgression was about eating in the garden. See, if you don't eat what Yah say eat, then you got get kicked out of the garden.
Hallelujah.
Now watch this here. Chapter 34, right? In house study. So let's look at what this how Yah has already warned us. Chapter 34, verse 12. Watch this here.
Amen. Everybody there?
Amen.
Take heed to thyself.
Which means guard. Guard, the same thing. Adam did guard and guard, right? Guard yourself. Guard what?
Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither thou goest.
See, y'all don't know that when you eat with culture, you covenant. This is all about covenant.
Amen.
It's all about covenant.
Bring ribbon to everybody.
Go ahead.
Lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee. But ye shall destroy their altars.
Did they say, mention altar, right? They ain't sacrifice the idol. Notice how we already been told not to do those things. It started with eating. Go ahead.
But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other Elohim. For Jehovah, who is jealous, is a jealous Elohim.
Watch this here. Oh my goodness.
Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their Elohims, and do sacrifice unto their Elohims, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice, and thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a whoring after their Elohim, and make thy sons go whoring after their Elohims.
So know that. So Balaam knew what the word said. So he said, no. I'm telling you that they're already in a covenant with the God of Israel. So if you can just get them, man, find some of your best cookers in the community. Because Israel loved to eat. They love to eat. And dress them girls. I'm sure they did that. Because the nations know that there is a blessing upon us, right? Everything we touch, we bless.
Hallelujah.
Everything what is it? We making everybody billions of dollars. Just give us a microphone, man. We'll take the national anthem and make it a what? We sing, we play, we bless. And the nations know that. They say, man, I'm gonna use you. Listen, we making everybody well. Everybody well. And the nations know that. The nations know that. So it's like we can't curse them. Because the Most High has blessed them. And the nations know that. Don't think they don't know that.
They do know that.
Because when you look at the Deuteronomy chapter 28 and the book of Leviticus chapter 26, that the Most High set the emblem in front of us, the blessing and the curse, right? Okay? And when you look at it, there's a thing that we say on the streets. If you know a girl playing you and then you come to me crying, I say, look, bro, she played you. Just get over it. She played you. So now, when it comes to the slavery or the land of slave trade, we played ourselves. Meaning that we sinned against the Most High, we played ourselves. And he told us before it was going to happen, listen, this was going to happen if y'all do this here.
Absolutely.
They will come get you on the ships. He's telling us why? Because he's God Almighty. I declare the end from the beginning. I'm telling you what y'all going to happen.
Hallelujah.
And did it happen?
Yes, it did.
So if that happened, the same God said, listen, I'm going to turn your captivity before you.
Come on, now. Praise God. Praise God. Praise God.
Hey, why do you think I ain't got to march? Why do you think we ain't got to march? Israel don't have to march.
All right.
Huh? Because what the word say, God, you said you would turn our captivity before our face. God, you said he who scattered Israel would also gather Israel.
Come on, now.
I would get you fame in all the land that you have been afflicted. That's what his word says.
He will do it.
For why? Balaam already told us, God is not a man that he should lie.
Hallelujah. Praise
Come
God.
on, now. Come on, now.
Thank you, Father.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
This is good.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Two names we ran.
All right.
That's good,
The
son.
Spirit of God is something else.
Oh, yeah.
So we saw the sacrifice, what Balaam did, right? I'm going to show you something else. Ain't nothing changed. 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Watch this here. We're going to land this plane. Yes, ma'am. I told them at work I was gonna have Cool in the Game to come, but they couldn't make it. That's my group back in the day, Cool in the Game. Now keep this in mind. Ain't nothing changed. Chapter 10. Let's pick it up. Verse 16.
The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of the Mashiach?
Now, what should that word be translated? As fellowship. Now, we're talking about Passover. I'm going to break out some stuff. We're talking about Passover, right? I don't want to deal with that right now. Go ahead.
The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of the Mashiach? For we being many are one bread and one body. For we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, Israel after the flesh are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar.
So what's happening here is that here is these Corinthians, and they're struggling with what Israel was struggling with, idols. So now Paul is teaching them, hey, you got to put this stuff aside. You can't put Easter eggs with the, you know what I'm saying, matzah. They don't go together. Okay? Yeah, you can't mix that. You can't bring Diana, the great god of Ephesus, Diana. Say, no, we can't do that. So he says there that, what say I then that idols is anything? Or that which is offered in a sacrifice of idols is anything. Verse 20, Mike.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
That's hard. Now, the only people on the planet that serve the true God, the real true God, is Israel. So everybody else, according to the Bible, is serving demons. It ain't no one, there's only one true God.
Praise God.
So if you're not in Israel, in the children of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, you are serving demons, devils.
Amen. Hallelujah.
I didn't say that. The book said.
Hallelujah.
They sacrifice to devils and not to who?
Elohim.
Come on now.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of Jehovah and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of Jehovah's table and of the table of devils.
Okay, basically now let's bring it to us, the New Testament. Okay, now these churches, y'all need to stop this here. Stop that stuff. Stop doing Passover one week and then Easter the next week. That's mixing.
All right. That's right.
You can't stop doing that. See how they prostitute and cheat the people? That's why now you got a divided congregation and you say, well, you know what? Y'all do Easter that week, and then we're going to do Passover. That's what's going on here. He said, no, because why? The same place that you did Easter, the same place you did Passover. And the same tables. The same decoration, everything.
Yeah, you teach it well. Hallelujah.
That's what Paul is saying. You cannot drink the cup of Yahweh and the cup of devils.
Amen.
You cannot partake of Yahweh table and the table of devils. Is that plain and simple?
Amen.
But when you don't think Easter's from the devil, or Christmas and Halloween, because we dress it up. Notice how religion put a religion sticker on it and make things that demons holy. But things that is of Yah is no good. But you take things out of the enemy camp, Satan, you take it and ordain it. It was a pastor was down the road right there. And Brother Roy had brought me the newspaper. And he already know I'm getting fired up. And the article said that the biggest one I ever saw in my life. The article said that the front thing was, we taking Halloween back from the devil. And when I read that, I was furious like Samson. And I went down there. I mean, it was the biggest one I ever saw. I've been texting all my life. The biggest one, the biggest, I ain't lying. The biggest, it had helicopter, it had all this. I mean, it's like it was the devil night that night. And so they saw me. I guess I must stood out. Well, I should. I was packing the Sephora. So, and so I come. They got, I mean, they had everything there. They had cops there. I mean, it was a big, listen, I'm not saying, we're going to take that out. I ain't never seen a Halloween party like that. It's like the devil just sent all of the demons out.
Yeah.
And so I said, I need to talk to so-and-so. I said, who y'all say? I'm Pastor Sherman. And so then I can see everybody coming out. I said, uh-oh. And so here come the police came. He said, you got, I said, well, I need to talk to so-and-so. And say, what about it? I said, about this here.
Yeah.
And but so the escort me out there, and so he's watching me, right? So I get up there by the window, and I say, and blow it. Get him. You know the Most High blessed them. You know the Most High shut that place down. You know that the Most High, that I didn't even know that the woman who the brother was with wasn't even his wife. I didn't even know that they had a fight at the red light, and he had cocaine in his car. I didn't know any of that stuff.
Come on now, you stay there long.
You talking about falling from grace?
Come on now.
What's about falling from grace? I didn't know that.
Come on now.
Incredible. Ain't that the same thing that fitting and say, no, not in my daddy's house.
Come on now.
Not in my daddy's house. Yeshua had a zeal, say, not in my daddy's house. So he said, maybe Paul's trying to teach us, well, maybe that's something that's bold. Verse 22. Do we what? 10:22. No. You ain't the read in his house.
Do we provoke Jehovah to jealousy? Are we stronger than he?
Some people might think that they can wrestle with him. Go ahead.
All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Let no man seek his own, but every man seek another, but every man another's wealth.
That's added. That's italicized. Please strike that out. See, that's how I know that a European or the JFAT wrote this here, because he all about money.
Verse 24. I guess well-being is the word, correct?
Yeah. Whosoever sold.
So let no man seek his own, but every man another man's well-being.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever is sold in the shambles that eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
Now, listen, I'm going to break something down here. Paul's going to explain something. I want y'all to catch it on, because we all got family who's still on the other side of the table. And you're going to be bited. Now, Paul is going to show us how to handle this situation. Remember, these are Corinthians. They ate anything that's set before them. So now their conscience, like our conscience, are waking. Okay? Okay, our conscience. So now, Paul is going to show us how do we deal with these kind of issues when my family invite me over and I can tell that that's not good for us, Israel. How do we handle them kind of things? Well, go ahead, Paul.
For whatsoever is sold in shambles that eat, asking no question for conscience sake, for the earth is Jehovah's and the fullness thereof.
Okay.
And any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
Okay, now let's get to what Paul is saying. That's what Paul is saying.
Yeah.
Because he's saying that there are certain things that I can't identify with, like, okay, let's take the sauces. I don't know if it's beef or pork. Now, I'm not sure. If we had a family function, I'm not sure. Now, you might can have somebody in your family that asks them on the cool, and it's the way that you ask.
Yeah.
It's the way you ask. And somebody might bring it up, or you can pull your sister or cousin aside, say, I'm giving her a pork. I just want to make sure that, if you do it in a respectable way, okay? But then in a respectful way, because I'm trying to give her a pork, man. I ain't trying to eat pork, I just want to make sure, oh yeah, cousin, I know it. Yeah, no, that's good. So in a respectful way. Now, there's no question if it's a pork chop. I can tell that's a pork chop. I can tell it's a shrimp. I can tell it's crabs. There ain't no question. You got to ask us for that, right? But there's certain things that we just don't know. That's not what Paul is saying, that eat whatever. No. He said for conscience sake. Remember, let's get back to the verse. He said, for conscience sake, whatsoever is sold in this famine or the marketplace, eat, asking no question. Okay? So this is what they do. So for conscience sake, other words, I'm not sure if that's beef. So for conscience sake, just don't even worry about it. Because, listen, you're going to find yourself in a situation that it ain't time to ask that question. But it's easy to tell somebody, hey, I don't eat pork. Why? Because I can tell it's pork. But I'm talking about a situation that you can't tell what it is. Those kind of situations. So for conscience sake, just don't ask. Because if you think that we ain't ate no pork since we've been born again or in the Torah, you're lying. Because I didn't know that, especially with beef sausage, that they were still cased in pork. Hello. Jiffy cornbread. So all this kind of stuff. All the marshmallows. So all kind of stuff. So for conscience sake. This is how we learn, for conscience sake. And then when you see, things happening in the community, don't be nasty at somebody who's just coming in.
Come on, talk to him.
We had some ridiculous stuff what happened to us one time at Passover. They just so happy to come in. You know what I'm saying? Bring them macaroni and cheese, you know what I'm saying? At Passover. She know all this stuff. And somebody said something about that, man. Yeah. At Passover. It ain't your house. You should have brought that to my attention. And guess what I would have said? Just go on the side. She don't know. Okay? And how many people was in the community really knew? Probably maybe a couple.
Nobody.
Come on. Okay? So, be honest, I didn't know. So let's just eat it. And because of that one incident, this is at Passover, 8 people left. Because they came about 8 people. Well, I was hiding to put fish grease. Because you took it upon yourself to say something. Bring it to my attention. Then I'll make the judgment. Just coming into the face. See that seal without knowledge. I know groups that gave up fellowshipping for the sake of organic. Really? They moved from culture that we learning. Now they shift to organic. Now people don't know all about organic stuff. So they decide that, well, we just ain't going to eat. Really? Seal? Guess what they in now? They don't exist no more. See, we got to grow. In this house here, you've been with me all year, we grow here. We grow here. We done had people come here dating, but they're married now. How did you come in? You can be fornicating, but in here, because of the word, you're going to say, hey, what we going to do? Come on, man. So for the earth is y'all, right? Then he says in verse 27, man, this thing here. Come on, let's go. All right. 10:27. If any of them believe not bid you to a feast, and you are disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question for conscience sake. But if any man say unto you, this is offering sacrifice to idols, eat not for his
should say.
Uh-huh.
For the earth is Jehovah's and the fullness thereof.
It'll be like this here. Hey, everybody, the pot roast is ready. Like, oh, I'm just going to eat some vegetables. So she just pronounced the pot roast is ready. So now, that ain't going to bother your conscience. Why? Because now you know what it is. So he goes on, but if any man say to you, this is offered to a sacrifice to idols, eat not for his sake, that it show it, for his conscience sake, for the earth is Yahweh and the fullness thereof. Go ahead.
Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience? For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that which I give thanks? Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do, do all to the glory of Elohim. Give none offense, neither to the Jews, nor to the Gentiles, nor to the church of Elohim. Even as I speak to all men in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of men, that they may be saved.
So Paul said, listen, don't let a pork chop separate y'all. Huh? Don't let a pork chop separate us. Yeah. Let's close on this last verse because I want to make this clear since we dealt with food. But let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 4. I'm going to read these, Mike. First Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now watch this here. Now the Ruach Kadesh, is everybody there?
Yes.
Speak, expressing that in the latter time that some shall depart apostate from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience sealed with a hot iron. Oh my goodness. Watch this here. This is some of the things, but not all what Paul said, but he mentioned certain things. Forbidden to marry. What religion come to mind on that? But they burning, but not for the female. And commanded to abstain from what? Meat. When people don't eat meat, we call them what? You see that is religion. Which Elohim has created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. So what they would say, we don't hear verse 4. For every creature of Elohim is good, and nothing to be refused if it is received with thanksgiving. For it is sanctified by the word of Elohim and prayer. Now, let's deal with that for a moment. Okay? People will say, see, no. The Bible say all creatures of God is good, and we can eat it. No. What's that say? It said it has been sanctified by the word. In other words, the word had already told us what to eat. It's already set apart. So to take this verse and say, no. It's already been sanctified by the word, but by those who know the truth.
Hallelujah.
So we're going to deal with that. No, Paul is not saying, giving permission, because I know we got some Paul watchers, and they love to run to Paul. Paul said we can eat that chop. For every creature, now, watch this in verse 4 again. For every creature of Elohim is good, meaning that good in Hebrew is told. It functions. A pig do its job. It eats what it's supposed to eat. A vulture do its job. So good in Hebrew means function. These animals do what they're supposed to do. Catfish eat the goddess in the ocean. Crabs and shrimp, they're doing their job. So every creature of God or Elohim is functioning the way it's supposed to be. And nothing to be refused if you receive with thanksgiving. Okay. For it is sanctified, kadosh, by the word and prayer. That's not telling you it's time Israel to eat pork chop. It's set apart by the word. See, people would use that now. But that's not what the word is saying. But again, when you in a religion, how we started out, but religion will tell you that you can. You see? Is she ready? Are we ready? Okay. We ready. I got another hour in me. But I wanna celebrate. Celebrate. Good to see our brothers and sisters in the house. Good to see Bernice on there.